I wondered what happened between you and Buck Angel. I know there was some kind of shit going down.
Oh,
Well,
right.
let me just say before we get started, um, Buck
I
Angel
forgot
was
about that.
supposed
That's fucking
to
hilarious.
Buck Angel was supposed to be our very first guest on Drizzle Live, and he flaked on us.
Yeah, fucking.
I don't even want to say
Do I
flake
say that word?
because he never even looked at my message to about the day to come on. He just left me. I mean, he
Oh,
didn't say
second,
anything, but I don't know what happened. So possibly it's a
second it out.
misunderstanding. Okay, but this is Buck Angel right here. You see that? Now he was known as Trans Paul. He was the very first. You see where his nipples are? He got the real fucking surgery, Drizzle. He didn't fucking. He didn't fucking. His shit looks fucking real. You know what I mean?
My
But
shit ain't developed either. I don't have any upper chest or outer chest even developed. Like there's no anything coming out. Now, if you
right.
develop a pec, it might do something, but
I don't
who
know.
knows? I don't know.
You kind of got a peck, man. I mean, well, he's got
I
a
mean,
pretty
it's
deep
not
divide
really
there.
like if you come on, you know what I mean? Like it's not developed. But, everybody's things are different. It's good enough for me, man. I can't I was never perfect before. Was I expecting to have perfect surgery? Probably not.
Well, you do have some pecs there. I think it doesn't look like fat. It's kind of sticking out, you know. But this Buck Angel guy, he's known as the Transpaw. He's an innovator, you know. And I wrote to him, and I had talked to him for a while, and I wanted him to mentor Drizzle, you know, because Drizzle's for those of you that don't know, he's a female to male trans, and I think Buck Angel's the way to fucking go. You know what I mean? Like this guy knows what's up. He's got 40 years in the game, dude, at least. You know what I mean? He's been
He's an
there. He's done that.
SJW. He's
He
a
is
fucking he's a
no.
retard. You want to talk about it? Let's
Yeah,
talk
we
about
talked
it.
about it because basically the SJWs hate him
Look, check
because
this out.
he's not into the kids
Well,
getting
we
trans.
all know how it goes with me, right? We have people
Right.
that don't like transgender people that fuck with me, right? You get that, right? And he is an icon, and he's out there, and he says whatever. He's probably the first person out there of the female to male to do fucking. He has notoriety, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But he's kind of delusional. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking thing is it's like there's this fucking book he was talking about. And I guess the book is like he wanted a book for children that wasn't talking about, body and this and that and blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I get it. But like at the same time, you're taking away an opportunity just because you don't like it, which is a lot of people don't like transgender people, doesn't mean that we have to hide. Just because what they like doesn't fit what we like doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. Now there's bad people all over the place, but if you look at what's happening, like there aren't drag so if the drag queens are the problem, if that's what we're talking about, it's books for kids now, when there's literally all these other fucking problems in the world that we could be fucking worrying about. If the fucking literal shit that the government does that we all know that it does, which is literally look over here while we do all of this bullshit, it's literally so plain as day. Fuck the transgender people. They want to take your kids and make them transgender. Like, they're all fucking this, and that. And, like, don't say gay. Like, let's cancel gay people. Like, da-da-da-da. And it's just like, I didn't understand the point that, at the end of the day that Buck was trying to make. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're taking away something that a child might actually be able, that's what they're reading and they don't have any problems with it. You know what I mean? They don't know. So what you're doing is like trying to say that the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck people are sexualizing kids when it's literally Sexualization of children has been happening forever. Are you letting your kids watch Disney movies? Oh, that's funny. They're all like have been known as sexual predators. They have weird ass shit in their gosh darn movies. Each movie starts with child trauma, right? Oh, that's cool. That's fine. Fuck the drag queens. You know what I mean? What about like the fucking the shit, the clothing that you buy that straight people make? Sexualizes children. It's been happening forever, and it's just literally like now it's spotlighted on a group of people that is literally the whole time. Now you do have some weird fucked up individuals that like to represent all of us. I'm not an I'm not offended. Like I'm a fucking tranny, you know what I mean? But like, you know, like it's always been just an inclusive thing. And when you start throwing up walls and saying, oh, this is how it's supposed to be, this is the book that your child should be reading, you sound like a dictator, and you sound like the people that have literally you've been fighting against to have representation. Now you sound like them. And that was my point, is he sounds a little delusional, and the fact that this is America and people have choices, and you can't just like everybody that has this book and every child that reads that book or whatever is going to be perfect, because it don't work like that. You know what I mean? Or every child that reads this book is going to be transgender. It don't work like that. You know what I'm talking about? We're just taking away opportunities and taking shit, and you know, everybody's offended and everybody thinks that it should work this way. Like shit ain't fair, nigga.
Well, I think Buck has a problem. I don't know. He thinks that at puberty you get chemicals released by your body that tells you kind of like what you're going to be. Like there's absolutely, like, according to him, I'm just saying, according to him, and those people are of this thinking, they're thinking there's no possible way you can know what you're going to be before puberty. So
but you gotta understand, this is we're not talking about that. Let's keep our focus on the book. The same people that are worried about this gosh darn book turning their kids transgender or making kids fucking delusional and have mental illness are they're the same parents that are gonna sit their kids in front of a fucking computer screen or a tablet or a phone and give them internet access. Whose fault is it? It's always the parents' fault. Always. You don't. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, like, oh yeah, it's the LGBT. Like, they're sexualizing our children while they sit in their room playing fucking Roblox with old people. Get out of here! Like that's like it's a sick world.
There has been cases, and I can't find them right now right off the bat, but you're probably aware. But there are cases where people are born and they've got like a cock where the clit is and a vaginal opening, and their balls are where their ovaries are, and they will be fixed at birth. And it turns out they picked wrong. You know what I mean? And there's people that like have sued their parents over that shit and all kinds of stuff.
Like who decides to get circumcised? That's never been the child's choice.
That's true, but
why aren't we talking about that? That's mutilating a body, and that's been happening forever by straight people and all people.
Well, I think if a parent said I had a boy, I want to make it.
But we're talking about the children need that they should. But you've been mutilating the body, like yeah, circumcision, nigga. It wasn't your choice, dude, and your parents fucked you up from fucking because you did. How many people out there have been circumcised and you know don't or back? It kind of works the other way. That aren't circumcised.
I'm not trying to argue with you about if kids.
I mean, because there's no argument.
What I'm saying is,
they're not an argument.
What I'm saying is, Buck Angel is a person that has so much time in the game and so much experience that for you to go at him like that, I think is very rude. You know what I mean?
Did I call him delusional?
Dude,
He was
actually made a
telling me
video.
to. He was
He had
telling
a,
me
he
to
made
meet
a
him
video,
at.
I
He was
think, about
telling me
you.
to meet him at the Starbucks to fight him, Grady.
Well, you fucking didn't show up, man.
I was at work. What
Dude,
do you want me to do? I'm in a
that would have been
chat
so
room.
much fucking
So
content.
this
That's what
is
I'm saying, dude.
this
You
is
gotta fucking
the
grab this
guy that
shit.
all that we're supposed to be looking to is the one that resorts to violence quick as fuck over words
You
on
should
a
too. That's why I
screen.
tried to hook
So
you up, man.
of course he would be
You
fucking
resort to
offended by a
violence.
book. Of course he would be
You
offended
resort to
by a
violence.
book because he's offended by words on the screen of a phone.
I
Wow.
think within the last 3 months, I've seen you knock out a butch lesbian in a bar.
I don't care about that. Like
Of
that's
course, she
not
wasn't exactly
that doesn't
built
make
like
me smart
this.
or it doesn't
Oh
make me it
yeah.
makes me look like an idiot, really. Makes me look like it doesn't, people can go and swing arms and throw fists and be violent real easy. You know what's really hard is saying, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, talking your way out, knowing that they're wrong, and then literally saying, "Hey, sorry for disrespecting you," just so you can get out and not be a fucking idiot and put yourself in a situation for some dumb fuck that means nothing. So all that shit's stupid. Like that whole situation was dumb as fuck. Literally, I was just drunk, and I could have walked away, but I didn't, and that's my fault.
Did you see that video he made the next day?
Oh, what?
He made a video about like how young people aren't respecting him and all this fucking shit.
Oh, I didn't. I don't pay attention. No, I don't pay attention to Buck Angel. I popped into his things every now and then. You know what I mean? Because I don't necessarily dislike him, but it's just that I think
He's
that
a cool guy, man.
I think that he has views that if you're gonna put yourself out there on the screen and then you're gonna, like, for me, I stream and I get a whole bunch of people saying a bunch of fucked up shit all the time, and I don't let it get to me. You know what I mean? And it's not about respect or this, and that. These are random people. They shouldn't matter that much to you, and they shouldn't matter that much to me, and they shouldn't matter that especially to Buck Angel. So the fact that I say something on a motherfucking on his Instagram, and then he bans me, he blocks me, he blocked me, he challenged to fight me, and then when he couldn't talk to me like an adult, he blocked me. So that is the Buck Angel, everybody, that you have is a person that does that kind of shit.
I'm gonna try to get him on the show again.
Like,
and we're gonna see, man. I'm gonna clip this shit right here. I'm gonna send it out to him. And we'll see if we can get this straightened out. Because I think you guys should be friends, and I think you should be mentoring
look,
up this
man.
guy, man. He's very successful.
Look, man.
Man.
I just had to look. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to sit there and agree with everything that somebody is or does, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I hate them or dislike them or that we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying? But I don't take it to a level of getting that heated because it's not that serious to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just words, nigga. And so if you guys do want to know, he blocked me over me calling him delusional. No, he went crazy. Actually, he wanted to fight me at Starbucks on Sunset of some shit over me calling him delusional. And then he blocked me when he didn't want to debate with me, when he knew he was gonna get exposed a little bit for
I think it
being
would be
kind of a
interesting for
dictator,
you
for being
to.
kind of a dictator. Just saying.